Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. That's right, it's that time again. It's Thursday night, and I'm playing Friday Night Magic for you. This week's event is going to take a little artistry in order to build a winning deck without relying upon those all-powerful rares and mythics in our collection. But before we get into all of that, I've set a goal here for the channel to get to 100 subscribers. And while that does not seem like a lofty goal, I can't do it without you. So if you're finding any sort of technical value, any sort of entertainment value, or just are a giving sort of soul, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you're seeing the value, others probably will too. So be sure to push this out to a friend who may or may not play Arena yet, because hopefully my content is just the sort of thing that beginners need in order to get a leg up on the environment. And here we are, just a couple months into that goal, and we are already over halfway. That's right, at the time of this recording, we have hit 51 subs, and our goal was to hit 100 by the end of the year. So, hurrah to us. I'm considering this a major success and victory. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of you out there who have assisted with this, particularly those folks that you see on our screen, our subscribers who have taken the initiative not only to subscribe to the channel, but also made their subscription public. So thank you to each and every one of you. If you have chosen to keep your subscription private, I respect that. And I'm so glad to have you here. And while I have your attention, don't forget to tap the notification bell and make sure that you are being notified of all the possible content that we're bringing out there to you, so you never miss out on a thing. So I think it's pretty obvious that the best red-white deck overall from a budget perspective is the Knights deck. But that is really built upon the premise of all of the really good high-end rares and mythics that make that deck really come together and run very efficiently. So when we have an event like this where we are playing Artisan and we strip away all of those rares and mythic cards, in the case of Knights, we're really not left with the same deck. So for this week's Friday Night Magic at Home, we are going to attempt to build a red-white deck built on a different concept. That, of course, being Alpine Houndmaster. Not only is this a powerful creature in and of itself at an uncommon level, but its tutoring ability functions very, very nicely, and hopefully allows us to get a bit of a card advantage edge and use this deck more effectively without having to resort to the rares and mythics. This, of course, lends us very nicely to a dog's sub-theme with Alpine Watchdog, as well as Ignis Kerr being the targets for those tutors. Boros is very well known for what is referred to as a go-wide strategy. So what else you will find in this deck is not only more dogs that add utility like Selfless Savior, and also cards that allow us to go wide and put a lot of creatures on the board, like Forbidden Friendship. And of course, our old friend Bolthound works very nicely to pump that wide line, as well as instants like Burn Bright that allow us to prematurely steal a win when our opponent does not take our team seriously and maybe doesn't block a low amount of damage. Also, things like Omen of the Sun contribute to that same concept by putting 2 token creatures onto the board. Annex, of course, can replace those creatures as they tend to die off, and additional combat tricks like Fight is One and Crash Through even gives us a trample advantage as well as card advantage. Phalanx Tactics lets us pump a particularly significant creature, maybe something like Annex, or our Bolt Hound, and also pump the entire rest of the team at the same time. So overall, you end up with a pretty tidy little deck here that focuses on getting a lot of creatures on the board and then pumping those creatures in the attack step and allowing us to deal more damage than typical. For now, I think what we are going to do is jump in with that deck against our old friend Sparky. And of course, keep in mind Sparky is not a true test of a deck because the AI is very minimal and will often not do the things that a real opponent would do. This looks like a pretty strong start here. So we will keep.
Hey, look!
And we'll see what we draw after our opponent's turn. Sparky gets done jibber-jabbering the way that they do. A Crash Through. That's interesting. I think I will go ahead and cast that for the card draw ability. Pretty nice there with the Bolt Hound. And we will go ahead and get that Houndmaster. And I will take the action, and I'm just going to grab a Alpine Watchdog, because otherwise I'd be discarding a card, and if there's nothing there I'm really interested in having to discard. I think at this point we will get down the Bolt Hound just to be more efficient, but we will not attack. They are getting down a lot of blockers and coming at us in the air, which is not as much fun as you might think it is. We will get there and try and go as wide as we can. Play that tap land out, and next turn we can get some multiple things going on here. We will say no attacks here. We'll go ahead and keep the defensive line. Oh, did not see the result trigger there. Haha. They're going to scry up some cards here. And they're going to attack. Big surprise. And we will start our turn here. We're just going to continue with this concept of going wide here. Try and get more creatures on the board than they have. And we will pass through here. See what they do. Probably swinging for the 3. Now a land here would be particularly nice, but we don't get it. Haha, just kidding. We are going to drop some attacks here. And we will see what our opponent does. Now, do I hit harder or... Let's see here. Unfortunately, I cannot save the Hunt Master, which is disappointing to say the least. So I think I will burn Bright here and be able to kill off a couple of his blockers here. Really a lot of damage there. You can see just how quickly this concept can build up, but we're probably looking at a win next turn. Let's see if they attack, or if they start playing defensively. They are going to attack. Not quite enough to take us out of the game here. And I think that's lethal regardless. But we'll go ahead and all these on them. So you can see the basic concept of the deck. It's just the idea of getting as many creatures as you can afford to get onto the board as quickly as possible. And then in the combat step, drop those combat tricks like Burn Bright in order to really hit with a mass of damage.
Wait, what's that? You didn't catch all that? Well, Matt wants you to know the links are in the doobly-doo. But let's not forget that the main reason that we are so interested in these Friday Night Magic at Homes is the 2 free rare or better ICRs that you get for winning just 2 matches. That's right, 1 ICR per win for the first 2 wins. It just doesn't get better return than that on Magic Arena. And while I am not a big cosmetics guy, I know a lot of you out there are really into the cosmetics, and the Friday Night Magic at Home is a great opportunity for you to partner with your local game store during these troubling and difficult times and receive a code to get 2 free cosmetics items that could be anything from card cosmetics to avatars to sleeves. Really a great opportunity to get those little special freebies that for some of us make the game more fun. And with all that having been said, please take this opportunity to like, comment, and subscribe. It is the budget way to support this budget channel because it doesn't cost you a thing. Do it for Graham. Do it for the algorithm. Do it for the iced coffee. And until next time, I'll see you in the arena.